what is up, YouTube? We are WWE Breakdowns. My name is Mr. Filthy, and this is Ryan, and we are breaking down SmackDown, the May 16th edition. We are coming at you in Columbia, South Carolina. Starting out the match, or the night, with some Trick Williams and little Yachty promos.
Yeah, they brought out Cocky the mascot. If you remember Cocky from the DX days, where they were making fun of Vince.
Honestly, I don't.
Um, you don't remember that?
Not
I
really, no.
remember where he was like, Vince would have loved him. He would have stroked him and rubbed him and hugged him and
I
kissed
remember
him right
them
on his big red
saying
bloated
that.
head. You remember that?
I remember them saying that. I just didn't remember the prop, basically.
Yeah, they never brought him out. They just showed him on the Tron. They never actually brought out the mascot.
That's so funny. They're
That's probably
sticking with
that's
the
probably
mascot
why.
gimmick. Trick's like, fuck it, I didn't really want this. I don't know if you saw the interview, but he basically said that they weren't supposed to continue with that whole thing, but it just ended up keeping going.
With which
With
one?
Ginger, with my bad, with the gingerbread man and the ginger stuff and all that, but he's now
Hey,
continuing with the props. It seems like
listen, the gingerbread funeral was great, and I'm still very sad that he died.
a lot of people compared it to
Like,
old school Vince era shit, which I kind of felt like it was the
yeah,
feel of that. Yeah, without
I
it being
compared it
too
to like
over
the
the top.
Attitude Era,
Yeah.
which it does yeah, it makes sense. It was kind of like that, but it was a more fun way. Like they just kind of AI'd him in like certain moments. It was funny.
Oh,
It was
I
good.
was gonna
I
say
liked it.
too. I gotta respect Trick because he has so much respect from his hometown to the point where literally every other person in the stands was holding a Trick Williams sign. So I can't even hate on the dude. He's got mad love from his hometown more than any other wrestler.
Yo, he was hyping up the public schools and he was hyping up some kind of chicken spot, and it was great. I loved it. It was fantastic that he has that much love and respect for where he came from. His mom was even there, like, bro.
Excuse me. But yeah,
Um,
that was great.
so the Miz and Kit Wilson, they come out and Miz tells them that his career is rejected mascots from his daughter's birthday. I mean, if your career is rejected mascots, I mean, I guess coming from the Miz nowadays, that's not really meaning much.
Right.
But then again, it's also the Miz. I don't know. It depends on how you look at the Miz. Do you look at him as the two-time Grand Slam champion and the hasn't been WWE champion since Bobby Lashley was there, or do you look at him as I don't like this guy at all?
I think
No,
Miz is
it
still the goat,
depends.
and he has the potential to do whatever. I think it's basically a matter of is the Miz taking it serious or not.
Listen, if this little feud rivalry match, whatever they had, if this gets him into the U.S. title picture, I'm not going to be mad because you know what? The match that we'll get to the match, but the match they had was good.
And
But
it's like he deserves a title. He's kind of like our truth. Just give him something for doing what he's done for so long.
speaking of our truth, I read online that he's not even going to finish out the remainder of his deal. He signed for like 4 years, and he said he doesn't think he's going to do all four.
Jeez, I wonder if the pay cuts have anything to do with it.
It's possible, but then again, he's also like what, like 52.
This is fair.
Um, the Miz, he argues with Little Yachty that he's not cursed, and then Kit decides to read him some slam poetry. The slam poetry was not good. I'm not going to repeat it because I didn't write it down because it was bad.
And said,
Um,
"I'm lame. I like to complain. Wah, you're toxic."
pretty much he's just sprinkle in making fun of Trick in the city that they're in. That's it. And you know what? They showed the book that he was like reading, and I'm pretty sure it was blank. Like there was like at least two or three good shots of it, and I'm pretty sure there was nothing written in the book at all, which is kind of funny to me.
He said, "I don't actually know how to spell, but I'm really good at poetry."
But I have script. um, so Little Yachty hits them back with a rap, and I mean I know he's a rapper and everything, but it was pretty fire. I'm not gonna lie. He basically
I
told
was a
them that
hater,
they're
but they're winning me over a little bit every show. So you know what? For that, I have to respect the showmanship.
And I mean, just the rap part was just fine. I mean, he said, Little Yachty said, "Oh, I'm gonna do slam poetry." It was a rap.
Yeah.
It was just it was good. I enjoyed it. But the Miz says to get a ref out here because he's gonna whoop his ass in front of his mama.
Oof.
You know, that's not really.
Mama.
Yeah, that's not really some. I mean, Miz, don't you remember when your dad was getting assaulted every week?
That was pretty
Like
funny. I mean, they beat up John Cena's dad, and that was probably the funniest.
Johnson. Yeah, did you see the pictures of our truth with John Cena?
You mean his father? You mean Ron Cena's
Yeah, his
dad?
dad. Yeah, Ron Cena. Yeah, it's pretty. It's funny. He's like accepting him as his son too. It's the greatest thing ever. Well, I guess it is his son, isn't it? So Kit goes to repeat what Miz just said, and Trick slaps him, and then he takes them both out with a little bit of help from Yachty, just holding down the rope to throw Kit Wilson out because toxic. Because you know when Kit Wilson's out, you have to say toxic at least once, just like he does. So then the match starts. Kit has the ref distracted, and the Miz tries to use a kendo, but it's grabbed by Yachty. Miz is crazy pissed. Yachty hits Kit with the kendo stick and throws him over the commentary table. And Trick hits the trick shot and pins the Miz.
The whole match was
And
honestly pretty good. I'm happy that Miz got a good amount of offense off too.
I mean, the Miz even hit his finisher, and like it was just like I said. I know I get the Miz loss, and it's like, oh, you didn't beat the championship, no opportunity for you. The match was good enough that I think we can give the Miz a title match. Like I don't.
Give Miz the U.S. title. I honestly don't care. He doesn't even have to win it.
I mean, not that Trick's doing a bad job. It's just I don't think Trick was ready yet.
I don't think they were ready for him. Honestly, I think he is ready, but they didn't know what to do with him.
Maybe that's it. You know that jacket that he wore out to WrestleMania? He said that thing was like 90 pounds.
Yeah, he's a big boy.
Like, I know, but like that's a heavy jacket.
No, yeah. I wonder how big like Triple H's equipment was when he came out with the big like King of Kings shoulder stuff and like head stuff.
Oh, about when Cody Rhodes destroyed the throne?
Mm.
That was crazy.
Or even Cody Rhodes' helmet. I wonder that shit's got to be like 20 pounds.
Oh God, yeah. It gotta be just painful. We see Mello backstage in an interview, and he says that everyone else is disrespecting the title that he basically made because he was doing an open challenge every week, and nobody else wants to do that, which, in a way, is fair and not wrong. But at the same time, everybody has a choice whether they want to do that or not. It seems like.
Yeah. I'm glad they're trying to make it so that like people don't have to do it if they don't want to. So they have options not to just continue basically having a 24/7 title.
I mean, I enjoyed the open challenge, but it did get a little repetitive because it seemed to always be Ilya Dragunov, like every couple weeks, and now Ilya Dragunov is just like gone.
Yeah.
I don't even know where he is now.
Or something.
I mean, he just came back from injury, but it's very possible. Ricky Sainz says he doesn't need to learn anything from Mello because he's the best teacher. And no, you just got there, bro. You're not the best teacher. It's not. You can't just say that. You can't just say these things and expect them to be okay.
He said, "Yes, I can. Watch me."
Then we see Sammy, who's talking to Nick Aldis backstage, and he asks for another rematch because he realized he needs to go back to the way he was because of his ride or die fans. And I swear, if I have to hear that one more time, I'm going to rip my hair out. Sammy, you don't have any ride or die fans. You don't have any fans anymore.
This would have been good to do like a few months ago when he still had fans left.
I mean, you can't cheat in a match and still claim that you're a babyface. My cat's going to be in the video. You can't just like claim to be a babyface and then blatantly cheat in the match and still lose and then complain about it. But I'll just tell Sammy that he needs to earn the title shot and he flips out and he's like, "Oh, what about everything I've done the past couple months? What about that?" And Aldis says, "I didn't forget."
The last couple months.
Exactly. But Nick says, "I didn't forget, but it sounds like you're going through stuff and you sound like you're entitled." And this at this point, Ray Phoenix walks up and he asks Sammy what's going on, and he doesn't recognize him anymore. And Sammy's just crashing out. He's just not having a good time. And I mean, how many title matches does he expect to get? I'm confused.
All of them until I win.
But that would require a lot because clearly he just can't beat Trick Williams.
He's just gonna keep doing it over and over.
What?
He's just gonna keep doing it over and over.
Yeah, but
He said,
I don't know.
"End
It's
this
just.
tournament."
We see Paige and Brie backstage, and they confirm on Monday Night Raw that they are going to be defending against the Judgment Day. I'm guessing Raquel and Roxanne because Liv already has a title. I think. But well, I know she has a title, but I don't. They didn't say which members of the Judgment Day. It could be JD for all I know. I don't know.
Of course, I think it is gonna be JD. In fact,
It's probably going to be JD and Dom because I mean they look kind of more like women than the actual women, but you know.
JD isn't really doing anything in the men's division at the moment.
Yeah, he was in that ladder match at Mania where I don't even think he was really featured that much in that match. He was just kind of like there. Like I think Rusev was featured more than he was, and Rusev should not be anywhere near ladders. He's just a brute. But Nia and Lash walk up and they tell them they hope they win on Monday because that's Saturday night's main event. Apparently, they have another title match. Why do they have another title match? What have they done significantly enough to earn this title match?
Exists.
But so he didn't give Sammy a third title match, but he'll give them one?
Yep. Exactly.
I'm just it's confusing. It's Nick Aldis. We need Teddy Long. I know there's been rumors that Teddy Long's coming back when SmackDown goes to 2 hours. It's not true, but I kind of wish it was because Nick Aldis doesn't know how to run a fucking show. Yeah, sorry, rant over. Anyway, we see Brie Bella and Paige versus Julia and Kiana James, and I'm confused because I thought that they broke up after last week, but I guess they reconciled. So Kiana again sidesteps a spear by Paige and literally throws Paige into Julia. And then Paige and Brie Bella went off a rampage on Kiana James. And it's the same as last week. You know, the teams, they're going to argue. They're angry. It's time to just, I don't know. That tag team I just feel like needs to go. But I don't know who's the right one to turn face.
You're talking about
Do you have a
Bella?
No. I'm talking about Julia and Kiana.
Oh, yeah. That especially, like...
Because, like I said, that tag team's done. But like I said, I don't know which one you would turn face.
I don't think that's the thing. I don't think any of them can do anything by themselves either. So it's like they kind of have to keep them in tag team. But then, like you said, they're not that good. And then they're just kind of placeholders. I guess that's what they'll be. They'll just be the mid card of the tag division for females.
I guess. We see Cody making his way to the ring with the contract in hand, but when we come back from commercial, it switches to a backstage interview with Tiffany Stratton, but she's cut off because James and Julia are arguing backstage. So they kept the ball rolling with it, but are they going to expand on it? But not. Chelsea Green was back in this episode. She hypes up Tiffany Stratton, implying they're going to be a tag team, but Tiffany Stratton's just not into it. Would you like to see? I was going to say, would you like to see a Chelsea Green and Tiffany Stratton tag team?
Yeah, because Tiffy sucks on the fucking mic and she's boring. So Chelsea brings all the charisma, and then like they both wrestle very well. So it's kind of like
Yeah,
there's no
honestly,
downside to it, I guess.
like during Chelsea Green's entrances when she's just yelling at fans, it's just entertaining in itself.
And like
Like,
though there's no downside for Tiffy or whatever, but like I guess only one that could have a potential downside would be Chelsea Green because now she's carrying another person with her charisma.
yeah, Tiffany Stratton doesn't really seem to be in the team, and Chelsea Green just kind of plays it off like this is just how they are. But if Tiffany wants to make it, I would team up with Chelsea Green. I mean, she's a three-time women's U.S. champion, I think.
Right.
Two or
Isn't she the
three, I don't
first one
remember.
too?
Yeah, she was the first one as well. So I don't remember how many times it was, but it was definitely more than two, or definitely at least two. So
I've
yeah,
seen
now
a
we
lot
have
of her
Cody.
stuff in TNA or wherever it was that she was beforehand, and that shit was pretty good.
Yeah, there was a match that's been circling around that I forget who it was against. It was against some guy. Was it Ray Phoenix? I don't remember who it was, but
Right.
she
She
did
does
pretty
the
good.
male on female matches too, which is
Yeah,
like
she wrestled
crazy.
a lot of guys. Yeah.
So she out
Um,
here kicking ass as cruiserweights.
for real, she kicking ass, taking names, and half of them were guys, I guess. Cody Rhodes comes down to the ring. He has the contract in hand that Gunther needs to sign. And he sets up a contract signing himself by throwing the chairs in the ring, grabbing a table, setting it up. And
I thought that shit was
honestly,
crazy. I'm like, bro is losing his mind. He's like, oh, damn it. All right, Bob the Builder time. Let's go. Give me my chair. Give me my table.
about two chairs, get one for him, one at the table. And he's like, I have a contract for Gunther to come down, one for SmackDown and one for the title match in Italy, and basically calls Gunther out. But Gunther does not want to come down to the ring, but he does come out. But he says it took a lot of work and it's a roster transfer of the best wrestler in the world. And Gunther, best wrestler in the world is not you, bud. Sorry,
It's
burst your
John
bubble.
Cena.
It is.
You beat the
Just because you
retired
were,
version of him. That doesn't count.
yeah, no, that does not count. And you know what? He, Cena and like Prime would have just ran right through you. Okay. I want to make that abundantly clear. Um, but he says Cody makes everything about himself, and
I mean, fair, but
he
it's
says didn't
QB.
exactly. He's QB1, and but Cody fires back with, "Didn't Heyman get you this title match that you didn't even earn?"
Right.
And that's fair because what did he do to get this title match? He did nothing. He literally asked Heyman for a favor, and Heyman got him a title match. That's it. That's all that happened. Um, So Cody says, get in this ring and sign the contract so you can get your ass kicked in Italy. And Gunther's like, no, you need to say please to me. You need to say, please, Gunther, sir. So while Gunther is playing games, Royce Keys comes out and he says, if you won't sign the contract, I will. And you know what? That's fair because Gunther's over here playing games, not wanting this title match, apparently. So why doesn't someone else come take it?
It's almost like he's scared. Like, who doesn't want a title match?
Exactly. Royce Keys wants that title match. But when he gets in the ring, Cody literally hands Royce Keys the pen. He's like, yeah, fuck it. I want to fight somebody. You sign it. I don't give a shit. I don't really care who it is. But Gunther stops him. And then Aldis comes out and says, you could have just came out here and signed this and everything would have been fine. But you don't have that title. The title match isn't really yours right now. It's up in the air, and you have to fight Royce Keys, and the winner is going to fight Cody at Clash in Italy. And all this, I take back a little bit what I said because that sounds like a fantastic match, and it actually makes sense.
Yeah. I mean, just do a triple threat, I guess, at this point. I feel like they're going to do it anyway. Or, I mean, well, not do it, but, like, I feel like they're going to try to move it towards that.
You think they want to put Royce Keys in the title picture already? He's got
maybe,
that thing with Solo going on.
or at least do like a triple threat in the sense where like if he isn't the title picture, it doesn't matter that he lost because it's technically his fault.
True, you could just make a story where like he wasn't the one that got pinned, but
Right. It's like Gunther lost. I was ready.
great. Get down. Come on.
Hmm.
So Solo says the tag titles can wait, and he asked Tonga if he's clear on his assignment, or Tama Tonga, because there's only Tala and Tonga now.
Which is just crazy.
Yeah, JC Mateo and Tama Tonga or Tonga Loa, sorry, are gone. They got released.
I feel like what do you call it? The one that it's basically the one that got released was the one that was feuding with Solo, right?
No, Tama Tonga is the one that was feuding with Solo. The other two were just
Oh, okay.
kind of there.
I was gonna say
Yeah.
like if they really dropped him mid feud, I would be angry as hell.
I mean, they did that with Kyrie, but I guess we all just learned to accept that.
She's going to a
Um,
better place. It's like she's dead.
I mean, she wanted to move to Japan. That was the whole thing, so that's why they released her. But I guess a lot of people didn't pick up on that, or people do know that and they just don't care. They like shit to complain about. It's just fickle.
What's life if not for complaining?
I guess you're right. He tells Talatonga that they're gonna go talk to Keys, and Shinsuke shows up and he's talking to Tamatonga, and Talatonga runs up and just obliterates through him, throws him into an equipment thing, and then choke slams him through a table. Shinsuke would just wanted to talk to your brother for a minute, dude. You didn't have to do all that. Like that was a little excessive. And then we switch to Aldis and Gunther. They're arguing backstage, and he tells them, you shouldn't have played games, and now you need to earn that title match. And I agree. If you just signed the contract, you wouldn't be in this predicament, Gunther. He had the opportunity to sign it last week, and he had the opportunity to sign it tonight, and he did neither. That's on him.
There's a million reasons why he's not getting title shots.
Well, yeah, but he could have just signed it, and it would have been fine.
But he wanted to talk shit.
Yeah, and it pains me to say this because I like Carmelo Hayes and I think he's entertaining, but honestly, worst match of the night was Carmelo Hayes and Ricky Saints, and it was honestly because of Ricky Saints. I think he's boring. I don't watch NXT, and I think even if I did, I would still think I'd find this guy boring. What do you think about Ricky Saints?
I don't think anything about him. I can't say what I think about him because we will get canceled for saying
Nah.
because it's homophobic. No,
He's like Austin Theory when Austin Theory first joined. Boring.
His shorts, man, were literally being engulfed and eaten by his ass cheeks. Bro is on some sus boy shit.
Mm-hmm.
And then the poses, looking like he's part of the Ginyu Force. If you watch Dragon Ball, you know what I'm talking about. Man's doing the fucking Ginyu Force poses.
I don't know why that's his gimmick, doing random poses and like jerking off to the sky, but it's weird. It's really weird.
It turns the ladies on.
Yeah, maybe it does. I don't know.
Maybe he's like Val Venus. Just hella
Yeah, the only thing
like to turn the ladies on though.
I guess the only thing he's missing is a towel.
And attractive looks.
Yeah, that's true. But the good part about this match was Saints was arguing with the ref, which allowed Melo to get a roll up on him and pin. So Ricky Saints has had 3 matches on SmackDown, and he's won one of them, which was last week. I believe he beat Matt Cardona.
He's the new era of jobbers.
Yeah, he lost to Cody Rhodes, and now he lost to Mello. So I appreciate that Mello was off TV for so long, and they put him back on, even though Ricky Saints has been on TV, but they didn't make Mello lose. I appreciate that.
That's fair.
Because that was always the thing, right? It was like, oh, this guy's been on TV for a few weeks, you haven't been, but you're going to go up against this guy and you're going to lose. But they didn't do that tonight. They didn't do that. So we see R-Truth backstage, and he approaches Royce Keys, and he thanks him for helping them out last week, and asked him to join the new Judgment Day. Was not aware that Priest and R-Truth were starting their own Judgment Day,
Of course.
but according to R-Truth, that they are.
I didn't realize that they
Priest
ever got kicked out of the Judgment Day, because as far as I knew, R-Truth is clearly still in the Judgment Day.
That's what I thought, but Priest also doesn't know that the Judgment Day is reforming, because when R-Truth told him about it, he was very shocked. And R-Truth's also trying to call it the Judgment Day 2000 when it's in 2026. So, yeah, I guess just R-Truth isn't good with numbers.
He's great with numbers. What are you talking
about? He tells Truth that he can't come out to the ring with him because he isn't medically cleared to compete. They mentioned that at the beginning of the show. It was actually supposed to be a tag match, but yeah, R-Truth wasn't cleared. So then after this, we see Danhausen backstage, and it looks like he's trying to clone himself again. He pulls out a big slab with a big dude on it and checks the toe tag and types very aggressively on his computer, and that's all we get of Danhausen for this episode. So hopefully they'll be cooking up something big for next Friday.
You think he's going to have a giant now? Like, they're going to put Big Show in there?
Gonna have a giant Hausen?
Yeah. Skyscraper Hausen.
Skyscraper Hausen? So Damian Priest and Tama Tonga match happens right after the Danhausen segment. Tonga goes right after Priest before the bell rings, but it's not hard. Priest wins with the South of Heaven. Tonga and Solo run out there attacking Priest and hitting the spike on him. And of course, R-Truth didn't come out there because he can't fight because his shoulder is injured. Yeah. I don't know what's wrong with it.
He's got the
old shoulder.
He said, "I'm 60 years old."
Sami Zayn is complaining to Johnny Gargano about what Nick said and about the crowd. Johnny Gargano, I don't even think knows where he is, dude. Like, you're complaining to basically a vegetable. So Johnny basically is ruining his marriage by laying on this thing everywhere he goes because Candice is complaining because Johnny doesn't move. So Johnny's married to Candice LeRae. They have a kid. So he's not only being a bad father, he's also being a bad husband. Because he's just laying around on WWE equipment all day. Like, does she have to wheel this out to her car and like dump him in the car when they leave? Or like, do people do it for her, just carry him? I don't know. But I do need answers. So if anybody knows, let us know.
Right.
Jade Cargill and her helpers, aka BFAB and Michin, come down to the ring. Jade said a clash in Italy. Jade says a clash in Italy. She's taking her title back. Jade disappeared for a month. Why is she getting a title match? Nick Aldis, what show are you running over here, dude? Like, what happened to having to earn? You told Sami Zayn he has to earn the title match. Why does nobody else have to earn title matches?
Because she's trans.
Okay, but why is Jade getting a title match at Clash in Italy against Rhea Ripley?
Representation.
Is it because Jade looks like a man?
Maybe. They're like, drag queens, go, unite.
I don't have one for it.
Wonder,
Oh, sorry.
wonder gay powers activate. Power of taking all the fucking spotlight.
That's what Jade Cargill does.
Yep.
She says it's because I'm that, but Charlotte Flair's music hits, interrupting her, and Bliss is right behind. Jade calls them backup dancers, and Bliss says, "Aren't yours supposed to make you look good? What's going on there?" And the crowd took that as shade being thrown at Jade. Shade Jade.
Shady Jade.
Shaded Jade. Flair tells her to sit down and take some notes. Jade says, entertain me because I'm getting bored of you two. Jade, you're talking to a 14-time world champion and also like a 7-time world champion. Uh, what? You're not taking Charlotte Flair and Alexa Bliss seriously?
She said, "Yeah, well, I had a title run and I didn't even defend once."
And when you did defend it, you lost. And now, for some reason, you're getting a rematch. I don't know why.
Cause she's the best champion ever. She's so much better. She's like Roman Reigns, where she doesn't even need to win. She just does everything.
You like booked off for a month, and now she's just like, yeah, get a title match now. Wait. Anyway, Charlotte Flair and Alexa Bliss take on B-Fab and B-Chin, and Bliss hits the DDT, but Jade pulls her out of the ring, causing a DQ. So basically, Jade is threatened, but didn't want to admit that she was threatened. Flair disposes of the other two and has a stare down with Jade, but I don't know why, because that rivalry is clearly not happening because she's having another title match with Rhea Ripley for some fucking reasons.
Because that's something we all need to see.
Yeah, we really don't. Fatal Influence talks about how they are the best team because they actually like each other and they're loyal and they will soon have all the gold because Kiana James and Julia don't like each other, that apparently means no other team likes each other, even though we saw the Irresistible Forces have good continuity and we saw Brie and Paige have good continuity.
This is true.
And we also saw Flair and Bliss have good continuity because Flair was protecting Bliss after she fought off Meechin and B-Fab. So I'm confused. But Fatal Influence, I guess they got the plans. Bliss expressed that they need help after, and Flair says, I put up with Rhea, but where is she tonight? She's not here. And Bliss is like, well, we need help, and I got a plan. So they walk off, and pretty much it. Pretty much it for that. We see Royce Keys backstage. What?
I just did it right. I was green.
We see Royce Keys backstage, and Solo tells him that he can help him out, and he wants to run SmackDown together. Solo.
Bro,
Like-
Solo lost his fucking Samoan, so he's like, "You're black. You're close enough to Samoan. Be my friend."
Right. But, he's been trying this for so long. I think it's just time to maybe just give up.
He needs to not be a manager. Managers in nowadays need to be like Paul Heyman, where they're entertaining in more so than the people that they're representing. And there's nothing entertaining about this guy.
Solo's better in the ring than he is on the mic. If I had to choose one over the other.
And even then, he's like a toned down version of Umaga.
Yeah, he does steal a lot of Umaga's moves. That's true.
He's like Umaga. He does like 4 moves, but like Umaga 1.
You're not wrong, okay? You're not. You're really not. He says he doesn't want what happened to Shinsuke to happen to him. And can I just say that Royce Keys is like 100 pounds heavier than Shinsuke Nakamura? I think Talatonga would have a much more difficult time.
Most definitely.
Although, they did push him through a table a few weeks ago. But to be fair, he didn't see it coming. I feel like Shinsuke could have seen the other attack coming because Talatonga did tell him last week to stop talking to his brother.
Right.
We didn't see Jacob Fatu this episode, so I'm guessing he's just a member of Raw now. I
Absolutely. Welcome to Raw.
don't know why Gunther had to sign to SmackDown. They could have just said, "Hey, they did a trade, Jacob for Gunther." It just would have been easier.
This is true. Or just let
Key
people go.
says
Just let people go wherever they want to go.
exactly. Key says, "I got this," and Solo says, "You know what? You don't want to know something?" Jacob said the same thing. Uh, when did Jacob say this to you? And what happened to him? Confused. I don't know what he was referring to when he said that.
Yeah, this whole show felt vague at some points.
Like I really don't know what Solo's trying to accomplish. Like I get it, he wants Royce Keys. Royce Keys, big guy, but Royce Keys clearly does not want to join this family. It's pretty clear. Anyway, main event is Gunther and Royce Keys, and this was actually a pretty good match. I feel like their styles mix very well. Like it wasn't just too I haven't I've never seen Gunther manhandled like Royce Keys did.
Yeah, he made him
Like,
look small, even
and
though
I
he's like
know,
3 inches taller than him.
yeah, and I get it. Royce Keys like a big guy, and like Gunther's kind of like a slim down version, but like
He's like the
still
coach.
like yeah, like he was just throwing him around like it was crazy. It was a good match, but Solo comes down to ringside to cheer on Royce Keys. I guess when Gunther had him in the sleeper the first time.
Yeah.
Keys hits some kind of shoulder tackle on Gunther, and it takes out the referee as well. And then Solo throws a chair in the ring, and Keys picks it up, and he's like, "Yeah, hit Gunther with it, use it." So he used it, and he threw it at Solo's face.
Jeez. Yeah.
Ref gets back up, and Gunther hits a power bomb and wins. So basically, Solo cost him the match in trying to help him.
Yeah,
And
pretty much.
it's just like Solo. I don't know what it's going to take.
Solo was kind of just like a waste. I'm surprised they didn't release him over the other people and just restructure.
I guess because he was more prominent than the rest of them. I guess that's probably why. Well, in their eyes, anyway. Like he's like the he's like the leader.
Yeah,
Um,
fair enough.
and I guess they have like the Tama Tonga thing going on. Like there's gonna be a point where Tama Tonga turns on him, right? Like he's just blindly following these orders, attacking random people. Like
Yeah.
it doesn't make sense.
No, definitely.
Gunther's yelling incoherently in the camera, like literally, like he's like really close to the camera. And up from behind, Cody Rhodes comes and gives him a crossroads, and SmackDown ends on. Well, to me, that's a positive note. So I enjoyed that.
I like Gunther, but I like Cody more. So definitely still positive.
I don't think that. I was reading something online, and it was saying that how Gunther is going to win the title, and I don't think that that's going to happen because they're like, oh, they're not going to do Roman and him at Night of Champions or whatever pay per view they have the champions face off.
Well, Roman wants to take a step back, having Gunther retire Roman for a little while, and then him come back whenever he feels like it, like The Rock. That might be the way.
Yeah, but it shouldn't be a champion versus champion thing. Then it should just be like, I don't
Yeah,
like if they're gonna have,
it's like a take your soul type match.
yeah, but if they're gonna go down that route, if they're gonna have Gunther win it, I honestly would much rather see Gunther versus Jacob Fatu.
I mean, yeah,
But
I agree.
it doesn't. Let's give Fatu the fucking title again. Like I don't. Nobody want. Does anybody actually want Roman as champion?
No.
I guess people do.
Oh, yeah. All the internet fans, apparently, but I think other people don't.
I was very happy with what happened on Raw. I know I wasn't here to talk about it, but I was very happy with what happened on Raw. I mean, if Roman's injured, I'm not happy about that. I don't ever want anyone to be hurt. But I was very happy with, him taking all three of them out at once. That was just great. It was cinema. Would you give a rating for SmackDown tonight?
Uh, Solid 6.5.
Yeah, it was very vague and it felt strange, and some of the matches were kind of like just kind of thrown together. It seemed
Yeah.
like and Nick Aldis just giving random teams or people title matches without earning it is confusing. But he's telling some people they have to earn it.
Yeah, that's one thing that I miss about like older WWEs. They were a lot more consistent with like actual storytelling, and they cared about continuity.
Like I don't understand why the Irresistible Forces or Jade Cargill are getting rematches for titles that they lost when like they did not like they have done nothing. Like what? Oh, we need matches for Saturday night's main event and for Clash in Italy. So yeah, we're just gonna do this.
I feel like as soon as what do you call it, they stopped doing rematch clause with the titles, all continuity fell out the window.
Yeah, it'd be fine if the rematch clauses were still there because that made sense. But those have been gone since like 2018, so
And
it
it's like
doesn't really make sense.
they'll like try to use it and then like use it improperly every time, and then give up halfway, which just makes it worse for the next time.
Like I get why they gave Sammy a rematch, right? Because it wasn't just like thrown on us. It was like, oh, the funeral for the gingerbread man and Sammy, beating him up and disrupting the funeral and all that. It kind of made sense, right? Like it went with the story, but there's no story with these ones. It's just there. But yeah, I think that's fair. And the Ricky Saints and Carmelo Hayes match, just Ricky Saints is not entertaining, and I honestly don't think he's going to be lasting very long. Sorry, not sorry.
Mm-mm-mm.
But yeah, SmackDown as a whole was worth watching
Yeah,
if you
it
want.
wasn't bad. It just wasn't like as good for like cohesiveness of the whole product.
Yeah, it felt, I don't know if rushed is the word. It just, I don't know. It didn't flow together as good as, like, we had Cody Rhodes, cut like a short promo, and I think that's one of the reasons why I got bogged down, because when Cody Rhodes comes out there and just cuts a promo, his promos are really good, and we didn't really get a chance to see that because it was kind of just Gunther monologuing about how he's a great person and everything, and then just, I don't like it.
Yeah,
Oh, do you think Cody's promos are that good, or am I being too like,
I think his
yay,
promos are
Cody?
usually good, but like there's no. It depends on the like storytelling. You can't tell anything if there's nothing going on. I feel like.
Yeah, I feel like when he's just out there just talking, it's just better. But when he's trying to like hammer a point or drive a story, like if he's like his promos with John Cena when they were going up to SummerSlam, top tier. Those were great. Those were awesome. Even I would argue that his he made those promos with Roman really good. But there's some matches that he has like with like this Gunther storyline. It's just I'm not for it. Maybe I'm being too harsh.
No, I don't think so.
I'm not like I'm not a crazy Gunther fan, so I don't know.
I like him, but like I can see why people don't like him. He's also doesn't look like the normal fit, I guess, if you want to call it, for like a WWE character. But he does fit the heel role. He's like, especially being all like German or Austrian or whatever he is, it kind of like makes him
Yeah, he's
fit it.
Austrian. Yeah, I remember when he was Walter and he was like,
He's basically
was it
Hitler.
like
He's from Austria.
100 pounds heavier? Yeah.
Mm.
I just got what you said. I didn't hear it at first, but it registered after. But yeah, I think that's all I got, unless you got anything to add.
No, that's it for me as well.
All right. Well, if you guys enjoyed that, make sure you leave a like.
And a comment, and let us know if you guys did Peace.
Deuces.